The blades, we get those sharpened at a regular pro shop. Most of them just have 3 bolts that we remove, as you saw on the blade holder. We just unloosen them, take the blades off, and we're here with Chris today. He's going to show us how he sharpens them, and does a great job for us.
Right, these are obviously a little different than the conventional blades that go in the skates. Obviously a little different setup. A little harder to do, but still, nonetheless, it's, you know, if you've got the proper machinery for it and you take the time, it can obviously be done properly. So a lot of stores can't do that, but fortunately here at Front Row Sports we can. You just put it under the holder like this. It's a little easier, a little lighter with the blade. And this one we do a flat bottom B, which is a whole different sharpening system. A lot of the teams in the NHL now are instituting it. It's more of a precise sharpening. So we'll just set it up over here. These ones, because just with the simple blade, to make sure I get it nice and level, I just put on my rubber mat and I just fall through a simple stone to get all the burrs off, bring the edge back up. Just check, make sure you've got all your edges, and it's just that simple. The other one done. Usually takes about 10 minutes. Sometimes if they're a little bit more beat up, because you know how intense they get on the ice with these, it takes a little bit longer, but you know, the steel still holds the same and it's still a good quality, and I really don't have any problems. So if I was a parent and I had these blades, the simple thing to do is go to your local pro shop, and I would just ask, you know, first of all, bring the blades in, you know, explain the situation, what they're used for, and ask, you know, first of all, does your machine sharpen these steels? Like a lot of places, it all depends on the holder. Sometimes they may not fit on there, or the machine itself may not accommodate this. With ours, we do accommodate them. It's easy enough, but you know, we're in an area where there's a lot of hockey. It's quite easy to get access to that, but unfortunately, some of the smaller areas, that may not be possible. So that's the first thing I would ask. If they say yes, then that's great. If they say no, then what I might do is either ask them, is there anywhere in the area that might do it, or do you suggest a place? With us, I know we do around the country, several places don't have the capabilities, so they do mail them to us. We sharpen them and then we just return them to them. So that's also another option. You can look into that, maybe check online, or you know, call around, and that's the easiest thing to do. That's what I would suggest. Traditionally, I think they do like a sharper blade. So we've got different hollows. These ones I usually do around a 3/8, which is, it's fairly deep, fairly aggressive. It helps too with your turns. With this, with the heavier sled too, it's a little bit better. It's not going to affect you as much as with a player standing on the 2 skates, because you know there's maybe not as much weight issue, but when you've got a full balance, you want the sharper edges. So that's usually what we seem to do at it, and the players have been, you know, fine with it, and they seem to appreciate that depth.